Hi you guys, Miss Marina here, and today we're going to be making bubble bath Play-Doh. We use cornstarch to make it so it almost has like an oobleck consistency, as you can see here as you add the water in the bathtub, but it's so cool because it suds up and there's a bunch of bubbles, and it's a great opportunity for sensory and language. So this is just a really unique and cool opportunity to make bath time a little bit extra fun. Okay, so let's get started. Today we're using 3 ingredients, and these are my ingredients. We are using 1/4 cup of bubble bath. We're also going to be using 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. However, coconut oil is optional. And we're also going to be using 1/2 cup of cornstarch. And later on when I was kneading the dough, I did use a little bit more cornstarch to get the consistency that I wanted. So first, I mixed together my wet ingredients. I just mixed together the bubble bath and the coconut oil. And I did melt the coconut oil in the microwave first before I mixed it together. Now I'm just going to give it a little stir. Now we're going to slowly mix in the cornstarch. Now we're mixing it to get to the consistency that we want. And here we go. This is what it looks like now. You can see it's kind of got some of that oobleck kind of consistency. It's almost like a soap oobleck. So using kind of like soap instead of like water. And now I'm going to add a little bit more cornstarch and kind of knead it into more of a dough consistency instead of like an oobleck consistency. So here is my bubble bath Play-Doh. It's really soft since we're using cornstarch. It kind of breaks apart a little bit, but it's not crumbly. So it's definitely not really a Play-Doh consistency, but it's definitely a great sensory activity. Now we're going to test it in some water and see how it suds up. And the suds and bubbles that you get definitely depend on the bubble bath that you use to make it. So the more bubbly the bubble bath is, then the more bubbly, of course, your Play-Doh oobleck is going to be. So here's the consistency it is. You might want to give your kiddo just a tablespoon or 2. Because the water is going to get a little cloudy, but that's just the cornstarch. Now we're making some bubbles. You can see it suds up because of the bubble bath that we used in the soap. And here I've been playing with it some more and getting some more bubbles. And this is so awesome because this sensory activity can just be washed down the drain. Look at all those bubbles, that's awesome. And we can work on language activities because bubble is a really good word to practice for early language. And here is just an example of what sensory play might look like in the bubble bath, just kind of like how the Play-Doh / oobleck acts. You can kind of smear it and squish it between your fingers. And it does eventually dissolve, so this is like a one-time use dough. It's super fun. Look at all those suds. Thanks for watching, guys.